audio recording. We got the old deal going here. And is this ready? It sure is. All right, resume. Recording is happening. Here we go. It begins. In 3, 2, 1.
Our reality may be very much like theirs, and all this might just be an elaborate simulation running inside a little device sitting on someone's table.
The bulb is good.
You're threatening me? You're threatening me with P?
Oh my gosh, what the hell happened there? Hold on. That was all effed up. Holy shit. Let's do that last bit one more time.
You're threatening me?
Okay, that stays there. All right, here we go.
You're threatening me? You're threatening me with P? This is the morning stream.
Guten Tag, and welcome back to TMS. It's the morning stream for May 10th, 2023. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett.
Yeah, thank you for very carefully enunciating my name so that people can write it on their
scorecard, right? We got scorecards.
Devices.
Yeah. There you go. Scorecards, whatever device, whatever you've got.
Programs. If you don't get a program, you can't keep track of the scores if you don't have a program.
That's right. We got bingo on Wednesdays.
That's right. Exactly. Now your Brian Ibbett space is filled.
I like it. By the way, yesterday we didn't talk about this, but everybody flooded me with messages about Taskmaster that they're all on YouTube.
Yeah. And somebody even mentioned that to me, and I'm like, that would have been beneficial information about 6 months ago.
Right? Brian's down like $400 million. You guys could have helped him out. What the frick?
Yeah, I have. I guess, looking back, I bought seasons, so I've probably spent about $110 maybe, I guess. That's all right.
Money. That's money,
It's money. It's totally worth it. Whatever.
During Little House on the Prairie times, that would have bought you like 20 horses, 15 acres of land.
Right, exactly. Actually, probably could have gotten Laura Ingalls for that amount.
Yeah, no kidding. Or her blind sister, one of the
Little
two.
House of the Prairie times.
Yeah.
Melissa Sue Masterson.
Melissa
Sue Harden. I know it's not.
Now I can't think of it. Melissa McCarthy.
Sue.
Melissa.
Whatever.
Shit. Whatever she is.
Hey, I'm going to say really quick before we even get into our top topics.
Yeah.
It was Anderson. Okay, Anderson.
Oh.
Really quick shout out to Mike and his friend John. They are in town in Denver for a week. They work for the Navy Reserves. They're in town for a week with some training consultation about like working with FEMA and stuff on disaster relief.
Sure.
They joined us for Puzzled Pint last night, and it was fun to watch their brains kind of explode as they watched me and Tina and Clark and Nikki, who've been doing Puzzled Pint now for about 5 years, watch us bulldoze our way through puzzles. They're like, wait, no, hold on. How'd you come up with that? How did you figure this one out? How'd you do this? So
yeah, if you're new to that business, that's probably really crazy to see.
It is really crazy. But I got to thank Mike. Brought me this awesome USSF T-shirt.
Nice.
So now I'm a member of the United States Space Force with their
not to be confused
almost with Federation.
Yeah, I was gonna say not to be confused with some freaking Star Trek logo business, because my
You're right.
gosh.
Oh no, this is so different because they're even.
Oh.
It's an isosceles.
I see. Okay.
Triangle and not offset.
Finally,
logo.
the clarity of what the difference is. Finally,
it's the Vanilla Ice. No, my version goes dun 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 dun.
Wow. Did they have anything to say about that agency? Just like, I don't know, any cool information to say, or like, what are they doing?
No. They just happened to be where they were going. Just happened to be right next to the Space Force gift shop. So that's why they're like, oh, let's bring a Space Force T-shirt for Brian. He also brought me a really cool Navy Challenge coin, which is upstairs. So I need to really, quickly get on my own 3D printed challenge coin holder as my collection of challenge coins grows and grows and grows
exponentially.
Exponentially. Here's my TMS double right here.
Look
it's
at that.
The Vegas, the the 2 Vegas challenge coins right there. You're getting very sleepy.
Looking good. Yeah, I am. So I was going to say I'm starting to fall asleep. What's going on? It's a weird feeling.
Yep.
That's cool. There's I'm a terrible self-promoter, so I will say this. If you didn't see my update video for Dungeon Murder, here's the thing about it. It's still up. The Kickstarter's there, dungeonmurder.com. If you missed out on it, maybe now's the time to go check it out. But the next 2 stretch goals, one we're almost there, which is a play mat thing. That's a map of the world that the game is set in.
I know, it sounds so cool.
It's really fun to make. And then the next one is a challenge coin. If we can get there. So we just got to get there. So go check it out, dungeonmurder.com. Now let's talk about things I hate.
Sure. We've gone from things we love to things we hate.
I hate the dentist. I like my dentist, but I hate the dentist. Does that make sense? Like I like the guy.
Sure.
Hate the institution.
Love the player, hate the game.
Yes.
I think is what that falls into.
That is exactly what that falls into. And I've made this very clear before. Neither of us are fans of going to the dentist. Nope. And yesterday was just a cleaning and a checkup and all that. So when the show ended, I had to hustle out of here and go do it. All 3 of us, me, Carter, and Kim, all did it at once just to be convenient and have us all there at the same time. And sure enough, after just, a brief 6 months since my last cleaning or checkup, last time I was in there recently for the stupid crown fix, but they don't check you then for other stuff. You're just getting a job done. But 6 months ago, no issues with anything. They were like, you're looking great. No worries. Nothing's wrong. I go in there yesterday, and he goes, oh, this upper bicuspid up here, you got there's like 3 major cavities in that tooth. I said, how? He goes, well, it looks like it broke. Looks like you cracked it. And now you got this here, and this here, and this here. And it turns out, once again, an old high school filling is kicking me in the ass. Another folly of my youth falling apart up there. Yep.
That sucks. That really stinks.
It does suck. So now I got to get another crown. After Vegas, I have to go in there and do that. And it doesn't hurt or anything. It's nothing's wrong with it, but they got to crown that thing. Thankfully, it's on top where I have less nerve problems, and it doesn't take as long to numb and all that. It's like much easier situation than the bottom. I'm in some 20%, some sort of 20 percentile, Brian, where I take forever to heal down, or forever to not heal, forever to numb down there. It takes me like 3 shots on the bottom. Even then, it sometimes doesn't work. Teeth stay sensitive down there more than up top. And up top, nothing. It's like no big deal. Every time you do something up top, it's like nothing to me. He says, yeah, there's about 20% of the population who has this bottom problem.
What a pain. Oh, well, don't you just love being part of that elite group?
Yep. And now I'm a bottom, he says. He called me a bottom.
You're a bottom.
I thought that was weird. That was a little
I always
personal.
thought you were a power bottom, so I guess, I can kind of see that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a top. Anyway, so it's too much information. So anyway, new crowning coming and all that entails. Can't wait. Going to be great. I hate the dentist, but I love the guy who does it. He's a good dude.
Sure.
He's taken care of me for like 19 years. Nothing wrong with him. It's just what he has to do. I freaking hate. And it's going to cost me like, I don't know, $1,000 because our insurance sucks, And if I went gold, it would cost me about $3,000, and I'm tempted.
Oh, God.
Right here it is, gold, right up front. What do you think of that?
Oh my God, that'd be perfect for your grill. It'd be a good start to your grill.
Yeah, I have a gold tooth way up here in the rear top, but no one can see it. I need something out where it's visible,
For sure, yeah.
Get started on my awesome grill. Carter's convinced I should do it, but I don't know yet.
I don't know.
Not if it's $3,000. I ain't doing that.
No.
I got a Mac Studio I need to buy before I do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You and me both, man.
Yeah.
You and me both.
The problem is I want them to announce an M1, even though the M1 Max that is used in that device performs better than the M2 overall. I don't know why I can't get I hate the idea of a number that isn't advanced to the next number that they're on.
Right, exactly. Just give us a new number. Don't add this like it's new iPhone 4 or whatever.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's stupid.
New Super Mario Brothers. Well, it's not. As soon as you release the next Super Mario Brothers game,
then
it's
the
not
old
new Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, did they learn nothing from new iPad? Remember that? That was dumb.
Right. Yes, that's the one I was trying to remember. Yes, new iPad.
So dumb. So dumb. All right, well let's be smart and do a phone call here. We got a phone call. Cool. This one is for Brian.
Oh, okay.
Oh
cool.
no, I'm sorry. Yours is later in the show. This is one that's calling me out on something. Or
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Is everyone calling me out? I have to leave early for
yours.
the
Yours
show
might
today.
be
Sorry.
yours might be a positive one.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I think it's about your cool shirts or something.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, here's this one. Let's see what it is. I don't remember.
Hey, this is Brent or Nomic in the chat. I just wondered with this writer strike going on, it might be protracted. Does this mean you finally get to watching Parasite? Love the show, though.
Okay, so there's,
Oh, that's funny. Like, because of the writer's strike, now it's time to watch Parasite.
yeah,
Like,
now's the
that's
time. Because even though the writer strike really won't affect anything I watch for another year, right?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
the writer strike isn't affecting new things that are already done that are out on schedule now.
no.
I have to wait a year. I actually thought about this though, because one of the bastions of a writer strike is that foreign content, and that means like British dramas and comedies, things like Peaky Blinders, even though it's over, that would have been a good example. These things they're not subject to that. So I figure the next couple of years might be very heavily based on content that isn't produced here, where this strike
outside foreign
affects it.
markets, basically. Yep.
So I got to thinking, should I even be allowed to do that without watching Parasite first?
Right. Or RRR. I mean, there's a couple foreign things that I think need to be watched.
So I think I don't want to.
Here's what you need to do. Just take it out. Let's Gilbert Gottfried this. All right. So you've got in your hands, here's all the streaks that I'm maintaining right over here. Now let's not look. Let's not even think about what's in this hand. Let's look at this hand. This hand has, and all of a sudden I'm Rocket Raccoon. This hand, bring me that guy's leg. This hand has.
I don't think Bradley Cooper gets enough credit for his rocket.
No, it's such a great he embodies that character. That voice is you don't hear that voice and think, it's Bradley Cooper making a voice. You hear that voice and go, that is Rocket Raccoon.
Mm-hmm. And even the guy, the video game guy, is someone doing their best Bradley Cooper doing that.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it's not better. It's just him. It's him impersonating what works. And the rest of that game, they don't care. Like Drax and Gamora and all the other characters in the game, Peter, they all sound completely different and look different than their movie counterparts. But Rocket both looks like the movie version and sounds like Bradley Cooper doing it. I think there's a reason, because it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good. And I'm going to call out Cyborg Dude with one of my favorite Rocket quotes that isn't even that memorable or great. It wasn't even in any of the movies, but it's Bradley Cooper. It's Rocket going, "My hands don't scan," and this is it's from the Guardians of the Galaxy breakout ride at Disneyland.
Oh.
And Rocket's explaining why you have to go on this ride, like why you have to go through these doors and go through this amazing best ride at Disneyland. For me, hands down, love it.
Yeah.
But it's from the little preamble to the ride, and it's just that memorable. My hands don't scan.
That's great. That's great. Is that actually Bradley Cooper doing it?
I bet it is. I think that because they got everybody else. They have everybody else recorded new content for that ride. So
and why wouldn't they?
So
right?
Saldana and Chris Pratt and Batista and all that recorded out total new content.
Yeah, and all his. I mean, Sean Gunn's doing the body work, so all he has to do is go into a sound booth and they say, record these extra 2 pages of lines for the Disney thing, right? Like just do it all at once. That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes a sense.
Wait, Sean Gunn. You mean Vin Diesel, or what do you?
No. Sean Gunn did Rocket's body capture.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So Sean Gunn is both in the movie as a dude.
Is Kraglin and the mocap for Rocket?
Yep.
I had no idea. That's awesome.
And then one other character now. It's only in 3 though, so you'd know. I don't know who it is. Sean Gunn's a crazy man.
He is, and he looks like a crazy man when he's dressed as Kraglin.
Yeah.
I wonder who he's doing the mocap for.
I don't know. I don't know who does Groot actually. Maybe they get Vin Diesel.
Maybe it's Sean Gunn doing Groot.
Could be. Makes sense. It's just your brother. He'll work for scale.
I know exactly. Do we get to keep Sean Gunn
in the MCU,
or do we lose? We lose Sean Gunn in the James Gunn divorce?
I mean, he was already in Suicide Squad. He was the rat thing, whatever the rat thing was. What was the muskrat or what was it called?
Yes,
Weasel. The Weasel. That was it.
The Weasel. Yes,
Yeah.
right.
So he played Weasel. Oh, and also Calendar Man when he was yelling at what's his name. Yeah, I think you're losing him. Is what I'm saying. I think he's going full DC.
Yeah, I bet he is. Yeah.
Yeah. All your body double needs and your weird off characters, and then if you bring Kirk back for a reunion of the Gilmore Girls, you're losing Sean Gunn. That's the rule.
Yeah. Squishy, that ride is not in Disney World. Disney World still has Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, I believe. Yeah, I believe that one still has. But Epcot has the new Guardians roller coaster, which I've got to ride.
Is it good? Have you heard?
I hear it's amazing.
Really?
I hear it's spectacular. Yeah.
Wow.
You go in every direction, Scott. Every direction.
What? 300
Up, down, forwards, backwards, through time, back in time, through space.
ZX and XY? No way.
Yes, you both go X, Y, and Z.
No. All right, that's cool.
Yeah,
so
I need to make a trip down to Florida and do all the new stuff they have down there.
The one you love though it's technically in California Extreme, but it doesn't matter, right? It's all the same.
California Extreme, like it's a Mountain Dew flavor.
What is it called? California
Adventure.
What? Why am I thinking?
Try new Mountain Dew California Extreme. Tastes like sand and waves.
I think I'm thinking of it's actually a video game I'm thinking of.
California Extreme? Is it like one of the Outrun?
I think
Outrun 4 California Extreme.
I think it was no, that was ESPN Extreme Games. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some 90s bullshit.
I remember those. Oh, those games are great. Was that the ones where you like did the street luge and the skateboarding? You had to punch people next to you as you're skateboarding to knock them off their skateboards.
It was basically multi-event road rash is what it was.
Yeah,
and,
right.
I loved it at the time. It was a launch title. It looks kind of bad now, but I loved it at the time. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get a game going so that we can get some prizes into somebody's lovely little hands. I mentioned this before on both Discord and here in the chat, but if you would like to be one of the calls we take today, or not one of them, the one we take today, then you're going to want to send me a DM on Discord. I'm frogpants #1277 if you don't already have me friended. Send it over to me. You don't even have to have me friended. You just have to send me a quick DM. I'll add you to the show. You'll be a part of it, and we'll pull you in on audio. So make sure your mic's ready and all that. Let's see. Dunaway is a willing participant.
You have to be able to contribute. You got to be on audio. We got to hear you.
Yeah, we have to hear you say words. And if we can't hear you say words, we will hang up on you and take the next person. So be ready.
Yoink, you're out.
Yep. Like a great big hook on the stage of the vaudeville days, just yank him out of here.
That's right.
Hey, look who it is. Brian Dunaway joining us from South Carolina, from his own little hole there. Hello.
I'm in the hole.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
How are you? What's going on? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good down in the deep dank hole.
Yeah,
it's,
that damn
South
hole you're in.
Carolina hole.
Not bad. It's it's getting sunny. It's supposed to get up to the 90s this week. Bump that. I'm getting in a hole. Sure enough, just like you said, I'm going to dig me a nice cool hole and crawl into it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Good
It's
idea.
only
Do exactly that.
we can't manage more than 60 here for some reason. We're just having a little bit of a cloudy, coldy thing. But Vegas is supposed to be almost 90 when I get down there next week.
And that's right. You're going to Vegas this next week.
And you're going to like that. You like that 90-degree weather.
I like the 90-degree dry. I like it dry,
Yeah.
Dry heat, no
That's
problem.
what he said.
Take it down to where you live, Dunaway. I freaking hate it. I feel like a slimy slug hole for the whole time.
It's
I'm
called humidity, and
Yeah.
it's quite the inconvenience.
there. It truly is.
Slug hole. My home this is.
Your home, that is. Well, it's good to have you here. We're going to take a call. Let's see if we can. Oh, you know what? Number 3 is our old pal. I am sci-fi. Let's see if it worked this time. So he's gotten lucky 3 times in a row.
This is the best recurring joke ever, by the way. Is the can we get I am sci-fi to play the game? It is.
Yep, we're ringing him.
It's the best recurring bit.
Yeah.
We're ringing him. We're ringing
Sci-fi.
him.
You can do it, sci-fi. You can do it.
I know we can do
Overtaking.
it.
I can definitely see why you like it.
Yeah, we're ringing him. It's not working. He's not coming. Damn it.
At this point, I don't even think he would answer, even if he was there. He's like,
No,
nope.
I know this is a streak from him now. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, his don't work. So we're doing someone else. Sorry, dude.
Okay.
I swear. I swear we try every time. We do.
Yes.
All right, let's get Travis in.
My apologies to Matt Damon. We ran out of time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it works. Okay, we have on the line with us TV's Travis. Hello, Travis. What's up?
Oh, TV's Travis. Hi, Travis.
Hey, man.
Hi.
Are you there? Oh, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
How's it going?
Oh, we're good, man.
Good.
Hey, I
Excellent.
haven't seen you since your blue beard was near me.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you still blue bearding it?
All right, I hear a Brian and a Brian. But
Oh.
no Scott.
Oh, you hear the Brians, you do not hear the Scott.
Interesting.
Oh, you don't
That's
hear
even
me?
better.
That doesn't make any sense. Hold on a second. You don't hear me
Scott's
at all?
talking about your mama, making a lot of your
Wait.
mama jokes right
Are
now,
you-
so.
Oh, I'm sure.
Are you
I'm sure.
hearing
Mama's
this through?
beard so blue. How blue is it?
Are you really? He's really not hearing me. It doesn't make sense. Hold on. He's not muted.
Travis has what we call selective hearing.
Do you have me
Yes,
muted,
yes.
Travis? Maybe someone
Yes,
asked.
I only hear what I want to hear. Apparently,
That's right.
Someone asked Travis if he has me muted somehow.
Do you have him muted some way, Travis?
no, not that I know of.
Right?
This is
It'd
just
it'd be hard to
showing
do.
up.
It's just a
Is his icon muted in your Discord?
His icon, like, yeah, I'm not getting any. Oh,
maybe
on.
you do have him
He
muted.
does.
does
let's
have
try
me
that.
muted. What
that's
loudmouth? What
I
loudmouth
love
thing was
it.
I doing
For
where he
once
had
it
to
was
mute
You know
me?
what?
Bread
I-
box.
I know why. I know why too, because I was in the post show a couple of days ago, and I had to take a work call, and
Oh,
Hilarious.
that's funny.
I muted what I thought was your stream like 4
Oh,
times, and then it
hilarious.
turned out it
You're
was
just
from
a-
you.
Just muted Scott. Perfect.
Yeah.
Mute this asshole. Mute.
That's great. That's fantastic. All right. Well, you're here. I'm glad you're here. I made a joke about your blue beard earlier, but we don't have to go back to that. It's fine.
Yeah, we don't need
That's
to.
right.
We don't need to rehash
No,
that.
No,
is
in
it?
fact, I'm just going to
No
throw this rope to Brian, and he's going to explain the rules and what you could win.
Yay, I've got the rope. It's time to play the Tadpole feud. I've surveyed the Tadpole on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. It's Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. TV's Travis, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian, and if your team wins, you'll get a prize package that includes Golden Light and Revita on Steam, courtesy of Dread Wesley.
That guy, man. Look, if you're looking
He's
for
got the codes.
yeah, if you're looking for game codes, I know a guy. I know a guy.
Code Master.
Don't
Golden
tell them our
Light and
secrets.
Revita. Yeah, no kidding. Exactly.
yeah.
We need these codes, Scott. We need them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys know anything about Golden Light or Revita?
I don't actually. This is an unusual moment
That's
for me.
what I was about to say because I don't remember anything about either one of these. Maybe we saw them at some point in time. I knew what Scott was talking about earlier, though, talking about that early PlayStation release game that you guys were talking about.
Yeah,
2
ESPN
minutes ago,
Extreme.
like
That was great. It was
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the problem with
that
that
was
game is they were all pixelated dudes, and they looked good at the time. You're like, oh.
Yeah,
Now I look at
yeah.
it and go, oh my gosh, that's some bad.
That's an interesting topic we're going to talk about on Play Retro. Did it really look as trashy as we thought, or is it because we're emulating these things in
Spoiled.
modern times?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We're emulating on LCDs. There's some tricks. Golden Light just came out this past year and it's received very positive reviews. So
Oh.
I'm pretty excited at least
Okay.
about that for you. That's
All right.
that's a new game.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm inches away from buying Advance Wars again now that they've got that new
I know, dude.
remastered pack. It's like I love that game. Do I need to buy it again? I think I
I'm,
do.
I'm
Yes, of
waiting.
course
I'm,
you do.
I'm waiting for Zelda reviews that will help me determine which of those two
Yeah.
games gets my money. So.
Oh,
we'll
I
see.
mean, is there any doubt that the Zelda game is going to be amazing? Come on now.
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
gonna get your money. It's just a question of when.
But if
Yeah, exactly.
if my weapons break the whole effing time, I don't want to do that again. I hated that mechanic in there.
Your weapons
No,
break in
you
real
don't-
life, Scott.
I know, but I have real life. I have to have real life. I want to escape into a place where Zelda's weapons don't break every 5 minutes. I freaking hate that.
Forces you to think. It forces you
Sorry.
to
Well,
strategize.
imagine if your
Link's
imagine if your
weapons.
podcasting mic broke after so many words. It just like fell apart.
It's like, oh no, I got to quit doing that podcast. I'm going to cut out all the shows I don't need to do so that I'm going to avoid any possible conflict that might break my mic.
It drove me
Very
crazy.
good.
Anyway,
All right. Well, let's get to this. Let's see. It is right here. Your question. We asked 281. I forgot how I get into this thing. We asked 281 tadpoolers. Put your hands on your buzzers to give their answer to this. Name your favorite card game using Scott.
shit. That using part I didn't see coming.
Uh-huh.
Using. I'm going to assume you meant a certain thing, so I'm going to
Only
say
fart sounds.
a
Monopoly.
card. Shit. It's not a card game. I'll say. I don't know. I'll say Uno. I don't know. Uno.
Okay. All right. Show me Uno.
Oh,
Shit potato.
Using
Should've done strike
only. Yeah, using
I'll
only
repeat the
alphabet
question. I'll
before you.
repeat the question for both players here. Name your, really just for Brian. Name your favorite card game using a standard deck of cards.
boo.
Boo! Yay! So I can pretty much say anything here. I'm going to go with.
I would recommend saying one of the answers we have on the board, but
Right,
sure,
right,
you could
right.
say anything. Yeah.
Game theory.
Yeah, don't just say mashed potatoes, dude.
Blackjack.
You're not going to get it.
Blackjack.
Yeah.
Show me blackjack.
Oh, not
Yeah,
bad.
number 5 on the
Felt
board.
good
So
about that.
you
Felt
get
like it would give you
TV's
some
Travis,
points.
and you get control of the board.
All
Why
right,
is
TV's
it not
Travis.
showing that you have control of the board?
I have control of the board.
Give me
5
1 second here. I'm
points.
going to reset because I don't see your play button highlighted. Let's try
Oh,
this. 1
interesting.
second.
That's weird.
Yeah.
We got a glitch, everybody. A glitch.
Little glitch. We're going to fix
Little
it
glitch,
here.
No problem. I have
Hold
5
on.
points now. I have
Muted.
0,
Yeah.
and
It's my new small indie video game called Little
Oops.
Glitch.
that's okay.
Yeah,
I got logged back in.
Yep,
Okay,
log
we'll
back
log
in.
in.
Scott,
But you'll
log
give-
back in.
Yeah, we're
You'll give me
logging
the
in.
points, though. You'll give
There
me
we
the
go.
points.
I will give you the points. All right.
Yeah.
I will do that. Yeah, it doesn't give
Blackjack.
me. I don't get the button for play, but that's all right. That's all right.
Oh, weird.
We'll work it
Okay.
out. We'll work it
We'll
out.
work it out.
Yeah. Glitch is what we've got.
That is weird. Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay. Hey, TV's Travis, we should talk about what card games.
We
what
should,
was the-
we should.
What was the great question? Something like that.
Yeah, name your favorite card game that uses
Standard
a
deck.
standard deck of cards.
Right, right.
I
What
mean,
you
I
thinking?
feel like poker has to be. on the
Poker's a
list.
no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we
Okay.
have to specify poker, or did you put them all together?
I may have put them all together if people
Okay.
answer that. Is that what? Is that
Poker.
Show me poker. Yeah, number 1 answer. Poker, Texas Hold'em, and one person said night baseball, which is a really fun poker game. But I put them
I have
all
not
into-
played that one.
I haven't
I've
either.
never heard that.
Oh, night
is that
baseball. Weird.
Night baseball is a no peek, so your cards are dealt face down, and you
Right.
display
Get to
them
look
with
at 2?
your. You don't even get to look at them until you flip them up. 3s and 9s are wild. A 4 gets you an extra card.
Oh, fun.
So you're just betting well before. I thought maybe it had something to do with the baseball bat where you had to like pick up the cards with a
Oh yeah,
baseball
no,
bat
it
or
has
something.
nothing to do with the
Okay.
baseball. Yeah.
All right. So what's
Glove,
our
you gotta
next?
pick up
You
a
have to
with the
deal
glove.
with 2 gloves on one. and
Great, you have to hold it with a baseball glove. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
Love that idea. All right, you
So
guys.
TV's Travis, you got another one?
The first one that came to mind after poker is spades.
Okay, spades is a good one. Yes, I think spades is an excellent. What do you think?
Spades. Okay.
Spades.
Yeah,
Let's
spades.
give us in
Answer? Okay.
spades. Yes.
Show
spades.
me spades.
Oh,
There we go.
boy.
Nice. I know that.
You went long on that one. Now it's kind
I
of scared me.
I
Don't
know.
do
It's
that.
because I was writing something down in a notes thing, and I didn't have that window forward. There you go.
Right.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
Well,
Yeah.
wanted to write something down before I forget it.
Yeah. It's important to
Okay,
do.
so we did spades. Do we want to do another face card game?
Are you thinking hearts?
I was thinking hearts, but that's just
Yeah.
you know.
No, I
You
think
wanna
that's
do
a
that?
good one. Hearts.
All
Hearts
right.
is a good
Seems
answer.
safe.
All right.
Okay.
The other answer besides spades is the hearts. People like to do
Sure.
the hearts.
Yellow moons, pink clovers.
Mhm.
Show me hearts.
Oh,
Number
it's taking
8.
too long. You're making
Look at
me
that.
frickin'
Oh, that
make me
one was
sweat over
quick.
here.
Stop it. That one was fine. It was totally fine. God.
All right, so now we're getting into the weeds here. Let's see. We got Texas Hold'em, poker, spades, hearts, blackjack. You got something else in your pocket there? I'm trying to think. My grandma used to play so many card games, and there's a couple of them I know she played.
Yeah. I mean, gin rummy.
Jim Rummy was one of them. That's what I was going to say.
Did you
That's
say
on my
Jim
list.
Rummy? You said Jim.
I
Hi,
said,
my
did I say
name is
Jim Rummy?
Jim Rummy.
Do you think I said Jim Rummy?
I did. That's what I heard.
Then I'm going with Jim Rummy.
All right.
Damn Jim Rummy.
Who bought me this drink? Goes, that guy down the bar, Jim
That, guy,
Rummy.
that drunk guy down there was always drinking the rum. His
Yeah.
name's
We
Jim.
call him Jim
It's a
Rummy.
gin. All right, show me 2 of my favorite spirits. Gin Rummy.
Damn
Number
it.
3.
go.
Yep.
Guys are owning this one.
There were quite a few people who just had Rummy, but Gin Rummy is basically the same.
Right.
Rummy 5,000 or 500 or whatever.
Oh,
Sure.
Rummy
yeah.
5000. I don't ever heard of that.
Rummy
Is that-
500. I think just Rummy 500.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought it was kind of like a cover band for Power Man 5000 or something. No, all right, fine.
Hey, that'd be great. Wouldn't that be
That'd
great?
be great.
You guys are doing really well at picking every other, like almost all the odd.
We just want the even numbers. That's what we're going
It's
for.
like odd
Travis-
on one side, even on the other. Yeah.
Travis,
yeah.
you have another one? I have one that my aunt used to always. We played a lot of card games when I was growing up at my grandma's house.
Well, another one that comes to mind is Bridge.
Bridge is also an excellent one.
Bridge.
Yeah.
Some
So
tricks.
Jim Bridge, we want to play
Jim
some
Bridge.
Jim Bridge. Some
Jim
bridge.
Bridge.
Show me Bridge.
Oh, too many old people.
Too many
in
old
this
people.
room.
One person said Bridge in
I
the
know.
entire survey. Surprisingly, like, nobody.
That was
nobody
big
likes
when I was
Bridge.
growing up.
Yeah, it was like your couples game, and they'd have to like give
Yeah.
little clues to each other and say, "Boy, these it sure feels like it's warm enough to melt diamonds here. Maybe 4 of them."
I love that so many card games are made up of yelling out the name of the game when you win. I wish
Yeah.
I could like yell out poker at the end of any time I win a match of poker. Poker!
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I'd love that.
I've got poker.
I have poker.
Gin!
I have poker.
Bridge!
All right.
Yet Pai Gow and Craps, two games where the
Craps.
thing you don't want is the name
Right.
of the game.
Yeah, you say the craps. Yeah.
Nobody wants the
Yeah.
craps. All right, I'm going to say I'm going to put solitaire in here because I think that made
I
the
thought
list.
about that. My
Yeah.
grandma was always playing solitaire.
I like
Sure,
it.
a little Klondike.
Yeah,
Or,
little Klondike
yeah,
solitaire.
sure.
Spider's
Yeah, they call
not
it
bad.
Klondike.
There's a few kinds. Yeah,
What do they call it?
All right.
There's another one that's like I won't say it. Go ahead.
there's
Yeah,
Spider.
that's-
Spider's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
Spider's
show
fun.
me solitaire.
Oh,
Number 2.
I've been trying to talk Scott into to playing those Microsoft card games as an episode
yeah.
of Play Retro
I'll do it.
because those things were so instrumental
They really
in
were
gaming.
like the multiplayer. Yeah.
at work
Yeah,
gaming
totally.
card
Yeah.
games from Microsoft.
My favorite from them though is that pinball game. That was my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic one.
Yeah, Microsoft Pinball
games.
was
Yep.
incredibly
Oh,
good.
like Pinball 2000 or whatever.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was.
yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
good. It's just
So
weird
good.
that they never made anything else after that. It's so weird. I mean, they have the Xbox and games now, but you know what I mean. They never really made another
But
pinball
then
game.
stopped after that. I mean, really, pretty much a dead end.
Yeah,
after,
that's just a dead end.
after that.
All right. Let's go with slap. Wait,
There you go.
slapjack. I was looking, make sure it wasn't on
Yeah,
there.
slapjack is what it's
Slapjack.
called. Slapjack. Yeah.
Sure. All right. Show
Slap
me
the cards.
slapjack.
Oh, come on.
Let's see. I know somebody said it. There were a couple people I think who said it.
Yeah, slapjack. We used to play that. Loved it.
No. No.
Maybe fewer than I
No.
thought.
No. Maybe
nope,
zero.
nope.
Maybe 0 people said slapjack. Actually.
Did any
No,
of
maybe
these
you thought
people?
it in your
Did
head.
these people have a childhood or anything, or what did they all do growing up?
Right.
I wonder if that's one of those games that is regional.
You don't-
like it's
you don't
called
even- you
something
don't even
in
have
one
to have-
place.
You don't even
Yeah.
have to have a full deck of cards to play slapjack, right? You just got to make sure you got some jacks. In
Just
there,
gotta
right?
have
That's
jacks.
just
Yeah, basically.
Oh, really? Is that the way it's played?
Well,
like
I
it's-
mean, you
just
just have to-
literally you slap it when the jack falls out, right? Isn't that what you do?
Yeah, you could
First
have an
person to slap
incomplete
it.
deck. You could have mixed decks. It doesn't matter as long as there are jacks in there because you're just trying to slap your. I mean, it's a kid's game, but I'm just shocked. No, and the chat's over here going, never heard of it. No idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? That's too
Yeah.
bad. That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bummer.
yeah,
All right.
bummer.
Well, sorry. Back to Brian and TV's Travis.
TV Travis, you got
four
one in your
answers
head?
left on the board.
I mean, I've got one. It's a regional game, but Euchre, which is one that I
Euchre.
played a
Euchre.
ton of growing up.
Is that named
Okay,
after
you want
Bob
to go
Euchre?
euchre?
Yeah, I think there's enough people that probably played that.
Sure.
All right, let's
Sitting-
do some euchre. I never played this one, so interesting.
Sitting just a couple seats down the bar from Jim Rummy
Jim-
is Bob
Jim-
Euchre.
Yeah, Bob Euchre.
euchre.
Yeah.
Show me Utray.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that!
Damn.
Not as regional as you thought, or at least
Nope.
maybe everybody in the Tadpole's regional.
Similar to Bridge, played with 4 people, 2 teams of 2, and yeah.
Okay.
all right.
Only ever played it on an app, but I did play it.
I don't think I've ever even heard of it
Interesting.
till today.
That
Never
was our
played it.
go-to card game on road trips with the track and cross country team. We'd be playing
go.
Euchre in the
Nice.
back of the van or back of the bus.
Nice.
Man, picturing you in your hat and that beard, doing
Right.
cross
Because
country.
we always assume the TV's Travis looks exactly the same as he does.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's never
yeah.
changed
Right.
from those days.
No, no slapjack. But I'm curious. Do you think they would? I played the crap out of War But is that too similar
shit.
to Slapjack?
I was
maybe,
holding
or-
on to War. War was
I mean,
gonna
but
be the big one.
I feel like that one would be more known, so I would go with that.
So we're gonna go with maybe that's the trick. We want to play some War.
Yeah.
Was it good
Found
for?
in
with
the
your
fake
card deck.
casinos of Vegas Vacation, but now it can be found in real casinos across the country. Show me War. What is it good for? Absolutely 9 points. Say it again.
Nice.
And really good for the win for TV's Travis. Mathematically unbeatable at this point.
Yeah.
Well, good. In that case, Tiva Travis almost say stupid crap. The stuff that I love, like Go Fish.
Yeah,
What do you think
that works.
about?
Oh, Go
or
Fish, duh.
Old Maid. Was Old Maid also? Well, you had to have a special deck for that. But Go Fish was definitely a standard card.
I think
Yeah,
Old
definitely.
Maid had. You could play Old Maid with regular cards. I think.
Would you make
Yep.
the Queen in Old Maid? Is that what you do?
So yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure anytime you played one that had actual Old Maid cards, that was just
Right.
them skinning it. But you could play it with a regular deck.
Okay.
I think.
But I still think Go Fish is the stronger answer. I never had a special Go Fish deck, but that's not true either, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go Fish then, Travis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go Fish.
All right, show me Go Fish.
Look at that.
10.
Damn it. That's big.
One answer left on the board.
You guys are
Holy
Wow,
killing
we
it.
might run the board today. That's fantastic.
Look, I'm not into these standard card games. I'm making a custom game right now that has nothing
Yeah,
to do
that's
with
true.
your
That's true.
plebeians.
We should save that for one of the for the give me's,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What
Dungeon
do you
murder.
think
No,
of,
no.
one that I haven't played in a long time, but I do remember playing a lot of was Cribbage.
Cribbage. That's a really good one. Yeah.
That's
I
an
can't remember
old
last
people
time I played
game, isn't it? They all played
Yeah,
at
it is, which kind of got us
lunch.
with the
Yeah.
other one too. But yeah, cribbage is a good answer, I think.
Okay.
I play cribbage. I'm not old, and I'm not like an old man, and I still play cribbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, old
I
man.
get those
Okay,
15,
boomer.
15-1, 15-2, 15-4, and there ain't no more. Show me cribbage for the win. For the
Yeah, look at
win.
that.
Yes.
Cleared the
We did
frickin'
it,
board.
Travis.
Just about swept the board.
Oh, sorry.
Oddly enough, the one Scott got is the one player game on here.
Shout out to my grandma who had a black and white TV and a couple of decks of cards for training me. all
Right,
those years
yes.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even though
Yep,
in cribbage
same.
you play with a standard deck and a little pegboard, but I guess that
Okay.
still counts
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you play with a standard deck of cards. Hey, some of the things that people mentioned that did not get picked: Crazy Eights, so similar to
Yeah,
Uno.
Crazy
Yeah.
It's what you play if you
But
don't
without
have
Uno cards.
Yeah.
Yep. Spoons.
Oh,
Which
yes,
is just
spoons.
basically, you're just grabbing spoons as your scoring thing. 52 card pickup, just a dick move.
That was always
really.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That was funny the first time you do it to somebody.
Exactly.
card pickup.
Very Tadpole. when they put that in
Golf, pitch, 31, something called asshole,
asshole.
canasta,
Drug dealer. What got in there?
Egyptian flat screw. I have no idea what that
there.
is.
Egyptian
but somebody
flat
said it.
screw.
Sounds like
Flat
a
screw.
weird drink you'd order somewhere.
Yeah.
Some people only read the first 5 words of the question and put Pokemon. Name your favorite card game.
They buzzed
And-
in like Scott.
Yep.
I was going to say, we don't
And
know
not to
who
be-
to do that.
Not to be outdone, somebody, a couple of people only read the first 4 words
Nice.
and thought I was asking to name your favorite card. One person said the Ace of Spades, another
Nice.
actually 3 people said the Ace of Spades. Thanks, Mutterhead. And one person said the 3 of Clubs.
Good
I'd like
Lord.
to know why
Three
that's
of
your
clubs.
favorite card.
That's
Interesting.
so
Well,
Well,
weird.
that was Penn Jillette.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Maybe. Oh, that's right. He did say that, didn't he?
That is his favorite card.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
they're
that's
doing.
what
Oh, so Penn
Yep.
Gillette answered in here. That's
Yes.
just,
Yes.
Yeah,
What we
that's
can
right.
take
Drug
from this
dealer?
is that Penn Jillette is in the Tadpole. That's what we can take
Yeah.
from this. Real quick here. Did nobody say 99? It makes me a little sad. I love 99 growing up. And I based Rock Runners
Let's
on it.
see. I don't see 99 at all. in
I
here.
will.
see,
I will
see
admit
25,
I had not.
31, and
I've said it a couple of times. Don't know if y'all can't hear me. If y'all ignore me. Do anybody
We're
play
always
drug dealer?
We're always ignoring you.
Drug dealer?
play
I-
drug dealer? No, nope.
I
heard you a
vaguely
couple
remember
times, and I
drug
thought you were
dealer.
joking.
I thought you
No,
made
no,
that up.
no. It's a card. There's a couple ways to play drug dealer, but I think it's also called Candyman or something. But yeah, it uses a.
You
can use a
win
standard
5
deck
times
for
and bees fly out of the deck.
yeah, all I gotta do is
Yeah, I understand how that should work. Well, that's great, Travis. I don't think we've had such a commanding performance before from Dunaway or his partner.
Yeah.
This is really impressive. So you
Nice.
deserve one of these.
Congratulations. You're a winner.
How do you feel? Give us a hot take on how you feel about your win.
I mean, honestly, I feel pretty good coming in and just housing Johnson here.
Yeah, House and
You
Johnson.
got a good game out of it, apparently. It's a new, very positive rated game. Very excited.
Yeah, it went good. I think that went really well. Well, Brian will, of course, and probably already has, sent you your Discord DM with your codes.
Certainly have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Run now. Don't walk. Run and install those on Steam and have the time of your life. We'll see you next time. All right, there he goes.
Always like me some TV's Travis. You should follow TV's Travis. He's on Twitch. And
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
We love
that's
TV's
great.
Travis.
Lots
Does
of
some
stuff
great
in our community.
podcasts. He's a good man.
Podcast.
He's tall. He's got a blue beard. What else can you ask for?
Yeah. Nothing
Excellent. Well done, Dunaway. Tonight,
else.
you and I are doing Play Retro, and we're talking about Twisted Metal. Not just Twisted
Yes.
Metal, but Twisted Metal 1 and 2.
And 3 and 4.
Wow.
Woo!
Well,
On the
we'll talk-
PlayStation.
I'll probably even talk about Black.
Of course
because
they-
Black is amazing. And we'll probably talk about what we think of the upcoming show and all that sort of stuff. So if you want to
Yes,
tune in,
if you haven't seen the teaser trailer, that's amazing. Paramount Plus is getting that, right? Is that
Peacock.
right? Is that-
Peacock.
Peacock? I knew it was one of those P words.
It's one of the P's. Yep. One
Yeah.
of the P's.
One of the streaming P's.
Yeah, they're.
The streaming peas.
It's got your Anthony Mackie in there.
Yeah.
Falcon.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who else. Some other people that we'll know will be in there.
So no Jim Rummy then?
No Jim Rummy.
Jim Rummy is not part of that deal.
Couldn't be
sorry.
reached. We don't know where Jim
Who's
Rummy.
playing
We haven't
Sweet
seen him in
Tooth? Have they
years.
announced any of that kind of stuff? It's not really Sweet Tooth. That's the car he drives, but still.
What is Sweet Tooth? What
Oh,
if the
Sweet Tooth. That's right. Sweet Tooth is not the name of the clown. I always thought he was.
I thought it
No,
was too.
that's where you get confused. The names of the vehicles is what you're actually referring to usually. They have different drivers because they die.
Yeah, they die. That's
The
right.
drivers die.
My guess is this isn't true, but it'd be funny if it was a pure CGI clown. That would make me laugh if they did
Yeah.
that.
Oh, sure.
Anyway, that'll be tonight. Check it out. 3:30 Mountain Time for all you retro gaming fans. That's Play Retro wherever you get your podcasts, or watch it live at frogpants.tv. Excuse me, tonight, 3:30 Mountain Time. Brian Dunaway, have a fantastic rest of your day, you big weirdo. I don't know where that came from. I'm just drinking water over here.
Yeah, some fizzy water. You drinking some fizzy water?
Nope, just this thermo flask full of water.
Thermo flask. That's your brand new water bottle, isn't it?
It is. Kim went and got something on sale and said, "Here you go." And I said, "All right, need to up my water intake anyway, so why the hell not?"
Very good. Yep.
All right. Speaking of taking in more water, we are going to do one news story. It's nothing
All
to
right,
do with.
sounds good.
It's a terrible transition, but here you go. It's time for today's news, and it's brought to you by.
Crab night when smelly hands never die.
Yeah, we had crab last night. It was on sale. Kim just did a nice little thing. We had a big crab boil here at the house, just me, her, and Carter, and it was amazing. But I still got the crab fingers.
Still got smelly crab fingers.
I've washed my hand like 8 times. I've
Wow.
showered twice because I worked out yesterday. I showered again this morning. Still got the crab fingers. It's kind of gross.
Okay.
What grossed Scott out the most? What grossed Brian out the most?
Nah, I like you know what, whatever. I like the.
You like-
It reminds me of the great crab meal that I had. the
Yeah,
boil.
exactly. It's not the same as, well, anyway, let's move on. I don't know what I was going to say. I have no idea. I don't know.
but oh my god,
I
I'd
don't
love
know.
for you to try and finish
Let
that. thought.
let their imaginations fly. A Minnesota legislator votes shirtless from bed during a Zoom meeting.
Oh, super.
Yeah.
I vote shirtless.
I was trying to get to sleep. I don't know what the Minnesota accent would work like here, but anyway, besides being
Similar to Fargo, yeah,
that'd be the guy. Besides being a lawmaker, Senator Calvin Barr of East Bethel, Minnesota, is a truck driver who worked overnight and then grabbed some shut-eye before the vote. The Minnesota State Governor is a reluctant star of sorts on social media after he voted while laying in bed shirtless, doing what should have been a routine legislative commission meeting. In the video on YouTube, you can see him there voting with a Schoolhouse Rock "I'm Just a Bill" character just behind him on the wall.
That's awesome that he's got the "I'm just a Bill" sitting on Capitol Hill, like sitting behind him. It's great.
He's gone all in. Let's see. Following the vote, he turned the camera off, leaving it black for the rest of the thing, just showing his name. He had worked till 4:45 in the morning, and then went to bed before taking part in the vote. Like, some people want to rip on this dude. I think it's freaking great. I got
just
no problem
badass.
with it.
Like, whatever. Yeah, I'll get up, do the vote. I'm going back to sleep.
He's doing his duty, but he didn't need to get up and
He's
put a
doing his
freaking
duty.
suit on or anything.
He's got a little bit of a look at the photo of him. He's got a little bit of a Randy Deluxe thing going on.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, here, chat. You can see this. It's a bit of a Randy face.
Yeah.
Which, nothing wrong with a Randy face.
No.
What?
I cast yay.
Cast yay. Yeah, look at him. Oh, and his background is one of those virtual backgrounds with the bill behind him.
Oh, gotcha. So that's the deal. That's why there's a Capitol Hill in the bill from Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Hats off to this guy. All right, well, that's our
Shirts
one and
off.
only.
Shirts off to that guy.
Sorry, shirts off, exactly. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will join us. We're going to talk a little bit of tech on a Wednesday, and after that, we'll do some recommendals with the aforementioned Randy Jordan. That's all coming up after this song Brian brought.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited about this. Garage rocker Olivia Jean has her third solo album, which is called Raving Ghost. Today via Third Man Records.
Not Thirst Man? Okay. Just making sure.
Thirst Man Records.
Yeah.
This is she's getting ready to tour starting at the Blue Room in Nashville, and then she's going to hit New York City, Chicago, Boston, Philadelphia, and more. And then she's also going to be at the Shaky Knees Music Festival in Atlanta. So if you're near any of those places, then go check her out. Here is her song Trouble from her brand new album Raving Ghost. It's Olivia Jean.
This is Claire. My vote for the best song is We Don't Need No Education.
So I bought lots of them.
You fat slob. Let's see if you've got any guts. This is the morning stream.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Hey, I tried to write it down, but then I lost track. Who was that again?
Sure. Well, I'll give you one more chance. From her brand new album, Raving Ghost, that is the song Trouble by Olivia Jean.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All the songs this week have been stellar. They've all been really good middles, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Brian doesn't bring any crap to the show.
I'm enjoying I've been we got a good rash of stuff for me to pick from this week. And I was like, oh, this one's good. This one's good. This one's good.
They're all
Guess
good.
What? Tomorrow's will be good too.
Yeah, all of them.
Sweep.
All of them good. All of them worth your time and your ear holes.
Darn tootin'.
All right. Speaking of somebody who's good for your ear holes, we're going to call Tom Merritt. Now, the trick will be, we got rings of ringage here. Usually he picks up right away. The trick will be reminding myself that I'm not on today. I'm on tomorrow. I've switched places because the that new Asus competitor to the Steam Deck is coming out, and they want me there to talk about that launch and stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, I saw some information about that, and can't wait to hear how you feel about it.
Yeah, I would. I mean, they're expensive, so I don't know that I'll have one to test unless someone sends me a demo unit or something. But
sure.
I think they're right around $700, and specs wise, it looks pretty awesome. And the Steam Deck opened up a big, wide new market that I think others are going to want to get in on. So we'll see. But that's why I'm not on there today. Cool. He is not answering. Let's see if he sent me a text real quick here. Let's find out. Calling now, not seeing it. Oh, you know what? He might be over on Twitch.
Oh, right.
He doesn't know about our. Well, no, he does know because I talked about it at length.
Well, yeah, we did, and we did it last. We had one last week.
That's right, we did.
Yeah, and it's been one episode since.
Yeah, it's been
since Vegas.
1 week since we talked to you. Oh, there he is. Hey, look who it is. I'm gonna hit this thing here. Where is it? Tom Merritt. There he is, right there. Okay.
The world of tomorrow will be as cold as sunlight tuned through photochromic windows.
I ride it naked.
Was Discord being a bad boy today? What happened there?
No, I went to your Twitch channel and said you were offline.
Oh, you didn't.
You really did?
You were.
Well, you're joking.
Yeah, I thought.
I'm not joking. Like that's when I texted Scott. I was like, because I was just trying to get into the chat room, and it's like,
but
nope,
we were on YouTube the week before Vegas, and you've been on the week after Vegas when we were on YouTube.
Scott. Yeah, but I haven't gone to the channel. So
no, it's all good. I spent last week. You were probably busy, but I did this long. Do you remember me and Roger asking how that move went, and they wanted to?
Yeah. No. No. Now that you say that, I feel dumb that I didn't remember that that's where you were.
No, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
All good.
Tom's spinning about 50 plates. All right, everybody, lots of plates. And
I was really just standing out in the kitchen talking to Eileen. But yes, 50 plates.
50 plates. Anyway, it's good to have you here as always. There's some tech always brewing on a Wednesday. So Tom comes in here on Wednesdays and we talk about the technology of the day because who else is going to do it, right? It's my number one trusted source of technology information is Tom Merritt.
Sure.
So we should be yours as well. Tom, what did you bring today?
Well, first of all, those of you who are used to seeing Scott on Wednesday, don't get confused like I just did about Twitch and YouTube, because we are going to be doing the Google I/O coverage today. Google I/O is going to be a big announcement, lots of cool stuff, new Pixel phone, Pixel foldable, lots of AI stuff. So Shannon Morse is on the show today to talk about that because she's way into all the Google things. And conveniently enough, we're getting that Asus ROG announcement tomorrow, or the release. So Scott's going to be on Daily Tech News Show tomorrow to talk about that. Shannon's on to talk about Google I/O today. But one of the other things we might be talking about today is this AI announcement from Anthropic. So if you don't know Anthropic, they are a bunch of people who left OpenAI to go start their own company, and they created a chatbot called Claude. So if you're familiar with Claude, it's usually running through Slack. That's where most people can find it, but it's like ChatGPT, but it's Anthropic's take on it. And the news today is that in order to try to make the chatbot not say horrible things, which everybody's trying to figure out how to do, Anthropic has a new way of doing it called constitutional AI.
Oh, interesting. Constitutional. So who writes that? Who writes the AI Constitution and ratifies it?
Constitution.
Yeah,
that is a very good question, but it's the question that I think Anthropic is like, don't worry about that yet. Let's figure out how to make a constitution work first. So the method that they're testing is to create a set of principles that will guide the chatbot. And the reason this is preferable is right now, if you use ChatGPT, you may run into the occasional like, well, as an AI, I can't address that. That's when they've blocked a response, right? When they've said like, nah, we don't want it answering these. That's not very satisfying. There are sometimes when you're like, well, yeah, but could you just answer it without being offensive? So that's not ideal. The other one is called reinforced learning, where you have humans come in and provide feedback. That's labor intensive. So the Constitution tries to avoid having to use either one of those by saying, here are the principles to follow. Now, that's where you get to the idea of like, okay, but what are the principles really? I need to know. For their test, they're using the UN Declaration of Human Rights, a bunch of trust and safety practices from themselves, as well as DeepMind and some other companies. They're pulling things from terms of service, particularly Apple's terms of service about protecting personal information and confidentiality, things that are very modern. And they want to see if this can train the model to know how to act responsibly, and they're also having it check its responses against the principles as it generates them. So one thing you may or may not know about the way these large language models work is they have something called temperature. The temperature setting lets it sound more natural. So you don't have the model pick the most accurate response. You have it pick one that's like close to accurate, because when you have it pick the most accurate, it sounds like a bot. When you have it pick close, it chooses different words and it sounds more natural. This is kind of, to me, like a temperature setting of, hey, don't pick that response because that one violates the principles. Let's check against the principles. Oh, this one goes with the principle. We'll pick that response.
Right. That makes sense. On their website where they're promoting it, they have this cool graphic showing friendly and direct and a slider, which seems really interesting. It's like, here are the two. Direct is enter your order number to start the return process, and friendly is I'd be happy to help you. What's your order number? Like, and then they sort of everything in between. I really like that approach. The word temperature is a good one to use here. Like, what is the appropriate way to say stuff back? And I've seen this in other AI models like 11 Labs voice stuff. They just added a scalability thing that lets you be, let the voice be kind of goofy and wacky and make mistakes and all that, and like even flub words and restate them. You hear breathing, this sort of stuff, or this more like audiobook setting, which is the exact same voice but very direct, very very readable, sort of reading or whatever. That's super interesting to me as a part of all of this, but yeah, I don't know. Like the future I don't know why the chatbot stuff is so exciting to me, whereas the art stuff irritates me a little bit. I've come around on some of that, but I think it's because I'm not a programmer or a writer, so I'm less possibly affected by this stuff, and that's probably why, which helps give me perspective on why others don't think the art one's a big deal.
To your point, the 11 Lab stuff seems to fascinate you too, and you are a podcaster.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I think part of it is if you're in the middle of it. Maybe this is a learnable, teachable moment here. But when you're in the middle of something and you find something that does a lot of what you're already doing, you're better able to see its weaknesses or see its tool use versus just seeing it happen and going, "What? The computers are coming to kill us all!" Like, I don't know. I'm trying to find my zen in all of it and figure out like, okay, is this a useful tool or not? Turns out 11 Labs has been very useful for me. I need to come around more on the art stuff because those just hit me more personally, I guess.
Course,
and maybe
as it naturally would.
Yeah. Well, and also you may be a little more open to your podcasting and seeing 11 Labs as like, oh, this is something that could help me, versus art. You've been doing it for your entire life. You're like, nah, I don't need help. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like this, that you may have not seen how it would help you, and that would make you more resistant.
Yeah, it's so weird because on the one hand, I'm like, okay, let's say I need to have a big long email that just sounds better if it's narrated by a really cool voice. Okay, 11 Labs can do that for me. And that's fast, like convenient, fast, efficient. I'm done. When it comes to the art side, some people look at it that way and go, oh yeah, a thing that used to take somebody 12 hours to complete or longer, I can do this in 5 minutes. A fast, efficient, done, right? It's the same kind of like end goal of convenience, but one is so offensive to me and the other one's not, because I know how long it takes to make a 12-hour piece that now only takes a computer 5 minutes, right? So that's why I think it's more personal for me.
And I think you enjoy the art more than you enjoy drafting the long email, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my whole thing. So I guess I'm trying to be more I'm trying to be less alarmist about it and more like, oh, this is interesting. Let's see where this goes. And I'm also, I think this kind of competition, so Claude and to some degree Bard. You think we'll hear about Bard at I/O today? Do you think that'll make a?
We will. Yeah, I almost guarantee we will. We'll probably hear about Palm ML, which is their GPT, their big language model. I fully expect about half of this to be like, hey, let's show you our chops. We've been doing this for a long time. Here's what we're going to bring to you. A lot of it will be demonstrations that you won't get practical use of anytime soon, which is typical for I/O. And remember, it's a developers conference, so a lot of it is going to be coding and things to make a developer's life easy. But there will be some Bard in there as well.
All right. Well, this will be great. I'm excited about today's show, even though I'm not on it.
Getting back real quick, one point I wanted to make about Anthropic is they're very insistent in all of their communication about this that, yes, they created an example constitution and they want to be very transparent about what's in it, including telling you where they drew all their stuff from, but they don't see themselves as the people who make the constitution that everyone should use in their AI. They really are just trying to show how this could work. And then organizations, companies, countries even could create their own constitutions, and that you might need different constitutions for different use cases.
Interesting. All right. Well, someone's got to start it, right? May as well, I guess, be them.
If it's going to work at all, somebody's got to try it. So
tune in. That's today at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Shannon's awesome. Perfect get for I/O. And you guys will love today's show. And then don't forget to check out tomorrow, where I'll be on there talking about the Asus ROG and whether or not it has the teeth to take on the Valve Steam Deck. or not.
Will it come with teeth?
Will it indeed? You'll have to tune in and find out. Tom Merritt, Ace Detect everywhere you go. And also, you probably have some little side thing going on that you want to talk about. What can we tell people about that you're working
Well, yeah, I might as well mention I wrote up all this stuff on Anthropic on my newsletter, which just went out, techtom.substack.com. So if you want to get my perspective on it, go check that out.
Yeah, do it today. Tom Merritt, everybody. Have a fantastic week, Tom. And we'll see
Thanks.
you next
See you on
week
Twitch.
on YouTube.
See you, Tom.
Bye. See you on Twitch. That's so funny to me. I mean, it's easy to forget, but it is
totally easy. It totally makes sense.
We've been doing it since 2014, so why wouldn't it be, muscle memory? It's what we do.
Yeah, totally.
But it is funny because I spent probably a half an hour after DTNS last week with him, Roger, Sarah, and Joe. Maybe Amos was there. They wanted to know how the transition worked and what it's been different and how it functions differently and all, what changes have happened and all that. So I would just like this long half hour. Maybe that's the problem. It's too long. They bored him.
Yeah.
And they were like, I don't want to hear this. I got other stuff to do. All right, Brian, that went well. Let's do Recomentals.
Yeah.
I don't want to make a fart sound in the middle of that.
So many good things we got to talk about on this show.
Nicole is not here this week, just as a warning. She is at a school thing with her kids, and that's where mom should be, or moms and dads. You made the right choice, is what I'm saying.
Being there for the kids. You got to be there for the kids.
That's right. Here's this.
Well, what do you recommend?
Oh, you know what that means. It's time for us to make recommendals. And joining us to do that today, we have Randy Jordan. Hi, Randy. Welcome back.
Good morning, morning stream. How are you?
Good.
Good morning.
You? How are you?
Doing great. It's a beautiful day.
Oh, is it?
And I've missed you so much.
You're welcome for asking.
These last few hours since we last talked.
Yeah, it feels like we haven't spoken in since Saturday.
Gosh,
yeah,
so long.
3 days. Yes,
it's been an amount of time since we've last spoke.
Right.
It's good to have you here. We're going to do Recomentals, and that means stuff we've seen on streaming that we think you at home might enjoy. The tradition is we start with Brian. Brian, what do you want to say about your clip?
Yeah, so this is a movie. I'm going to say also that it is divisive. There are people who are going to like it and people who are not going to like it, and we're going to try and identify what it is about. What if you like X, you'll like this, or if you hate Y, then you'll hate this kind of thing. The clip you're about to hear features someone who's smart and someone who's kind of the pits.
All right, here we go. Brad Pitt and Gene Smart together at last. Just kidding. Here comes the clip.
I'm on a dry spell.
No. It's over. It's been over for a while. I'm sorry.
Eleanor, you peddle gossip. You don't make anything. You don't know what it is to put yourself out there. You're just a cockroach. I've been counted out before. This
Have
isn't
you
new
ever
to me.
stopped to think why, when there's a house fire, the people die and the cockroaches all survive?
Jesus Christ.
What happened was you thought the house needed you, but it doesn't. It doesn't need you any more than it needs the roaches. And the roaches, knowing this, crawl back into the dark, lay low, and make it through. See, but you held the spotlight. It's those of us in the dark, the ones who just watch, who survive.
No idea, but she sounded creepily like Gene Smart for some reason.
She was creepily like Gene Smart. She's Gene Smart with a British accent, and that was indeed Brad Pitt. You actually
are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah, it was Gene Smart and Brad Pitt. Yeah, it was.
So you were making a joke, and I didn't realize it.
Joke. And you stepped right into that landmine. Yes, Gene Smart, Brad Pitt, in a film called Babble On, which came out last year. This is a black comedy drama film, as described on Wikipedia. Very accurate description. Black comedy, epic black comedy drama.
Weird.
All four of those words totally apply to this movie. But huge cast on this thing. I mean, obviously you just heard Brad Pitt and Gene Smart, but you've also got Margot Robbie. Diego Calva, who you saw in Narcos, Mexico.
Oh, he's good. Yeah.
He's really good. Giovanna Depo, Lee Jun Lee, the creepiest appearance you'll ever see of Tobey Maguire, Lucas Haas, Max Minghella, Eric Roberts, Jeff Garlin, Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Spike Jonze, the DJ musician, Olivia Wilde, Samara Weaving, so many people, Ethan Suplee.
Wait, Spike Jonze the same as the director Spike Jonze? The one
Spike Jonze the same as the director Spike Jonze. I'm sorry, not Spike Jonze, the musician, music video director, but not musician.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, I was connecting with Fatboy Slim, even though it's just from the music videos and not from the music.
You know what's funny?
Who puts a lot of weird sounds, like Dr. Demento. Not that Spike Jonze.
No, different one. But what's funny is Spike Jonze and Brad Pitt. The last time I saw them doing anything together was an episode of Jackass where Brad Pitt guest starred on there, and Spike Jonze was always hanging out with those guys, and they went and did some huge prank with. Oh, they faked a kidnapping of Brad Pitt. So they faked his kidnapping in the middle of like a premiere or something and freaked everybody out, and it was a whole thing. But anyway. It's interesting to see them all these years later.
No kidding, back together again. Yeah. The movie's directed by Damien Chazelle, who did La La Land, and this one is kind of like 1920s La La Land, right?
La La Land, even more navel-gazy.
Very, very much so. This is so Hollywood, like patting itself on the back. Very bombastic. Like if you take La La Land and say, let's strip out a lot of the musical numbers and just have some wild cocaine-fueled parties, then you've kind of got Babylon. It's it takes place, let me kind of back up here, and takes place during, like I said, the 1920s when silent films were transitioning into films with sound. And so you had a lot of actors that were having a hard time making that transition from the silent pictures to the talkies, and even focuses on people watching The Jazz Singer and seeing that, you ain't heard nothing yet kind of deal from Al Jolson. It talks about how those actors, when people could start hearing them, they weren't exactly what they were expecting, and Brad Pitt plays this Cary Grant, Humphrey Bogart, this guy who was Clark Gable kind of huge during the silent pictures and is having a hard time with the adaptation and moving to pictures with sound. The whole thing is strung together by 2 or 3 really wild, extravagant parties where the music is loud, and you've got these what feel like one-take shots that go through the party, and you're saying, oh, these people are naked over here, and here's a guy doing coke, and here's the trumpet player, and here's this other thing going on over here, and why is there an elephant pooping in my face, and stuff like that. The movie does feature a scene where an elephant, you get a close-up shot of an elephant pooping on you.
Yeah, I heard about that somewhere.
And on FilmSack, where somebody wrote in and said we should watch Babylon because the film opens with an elephant pooping.
Was that what it was?
I don't agree. This would not be a good FilmSack movie.
Was it in the? It's in the opening. It's the opener.
It's within the first 5 minutes of the film.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Yes.
All right. Oh, they really showed their cards early on that one, I guess.
They do, exactly. You know exactly what you're going to get. It is brief, and it is done with much comedic effect, but it is, and I don't know how, if it's CGI elephant butthole or if it's practical effects, if they just sat there and waited for this elephant to do what it did.
Yeah.
It also focuses, so it's focusing on this core group of 5 characters. Brad Pitt, as I mentioned, this the silent film actor. Margot Robbie, this kind of rise to stardom, rags to riches kind of thing, becoming the Hollywood it girl. Diego Calva, this guy who's begins as a nobody and through his own drive and determination becomes a fixture in Hollywood. Gene Smart, a writer. Giovanna Depo, this jazz musician, and Lee Jun Lee, who is another actress, performer, singer, who's also really, really good. Focuses on these characters and how they evolve through this time and through these choices that they make. But it is divisive. First off, if you don't like La La Land, you can pretty much rule out you're not going to like this one, even though this one changes a lot of those musical numbers for huge set piece parties. What else could I compare it to that if you like X, you'll like Babylon?
Hold
you got
on.
something? You got something? Yeah. Give it to me.
I mean, my main case for Babylon is that Damien Chazelle and, really importantly, Justin Hurwitz, who did the music in this and also wrote the music for La La
And
Land,
got an award for it. Yeah, several awards for it.
My case for them is that they are the millennial generation has finally taken over Hollywood. They are now,
interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we are now finally, we are seeing the expansion of some younger filmmakers getting their due. Gosh, I don't know what to compare it to.
How's the Great Gatsby film that came out with here there, old boy, or whatever, Leonardo DiCaprio. It's Carey Mulligan, similar to that in its presentation and style. So if you like that,
is Max Minghella, or however you say his name, is he good in this?
He is in this. Is he good in this? Yeah, he's good in this.
I love that guy.
As Irving Thalberg, like one of the few real characters that you actually get in this that aren't made up for the show. A lot of
he plays a historical dude.
To Tar, Brian.
Oh, better than Tar.
But you know
I enjoy Tar. You know what? That's a good comparison, because there are a lot of scenes in Tar that are over the top, loud, and in your face to give you a certain feeling of what Cate Blanchett is experiencing at the time, or what the people around Cate Blanchett are experiencing at the time. This does that too, where it's like, oh my gosh, all right, this is a lot of stuff coming at me all at once. What's going on over there? What am I getting over here? I can't look away, but this is like, I feel like I need to lean back because it is so in my face. The Tar has that, and this has that as well. That actually is a really good.
Travis in the chat asked if it's Baz Luhrmann style. Would you say that's anywhere close?
A little bit like Moulin Rouge, but I mean, it's such a stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that this is Baz Luhrmann without the shoehorned modern cover songs,
without the joy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is. It's like Boogie Nights. It's Boogie Nights of 1920s Hollywood.
Oh, so this is, I guess it just now hit me. This is a serious period piece. There should have been a giveaway with Max's character. So, okay.
Yeah, the period piece being the transition from silent films to talking films.
Right. That makes sense to me. For some reason, I'm picturing all of these people as modern, irritating people.
Oh, gosh, no. Yeah. No, they're playing very old, modern, irritating people.
Yeah. All right. I'm peaked about this one. Have been since it was announced.
Sums it up from our descriptions. Baz Luhrmann meets Boogie Nights without the jukebox musical aspect. I think that's actually a really good, way to look at it. Right. It is 3 hours long. Tuck in, be ready. It is another movie that I feel you can split into a 3-episode miniseries about the transition from silent films to talkies.
Does it feel like they could have done that for like how Tarantino
did this? This actually would, I think, would have made a great miniseries where you follow these characters through like an HBO 10-episode series, going through all these things for sure.
Interesting, yeah. It feels like from your description that is kind of what this feels like, especially that length. That's long. All right, cool. So you recommend
to break
it
up into thirds than RR, for example.
So even though it's very controversial, kind of with critics, you're thumbing this right up, right?
I'm giving it a thumbs up, and I think that the reasons that people gave it accolades, art direction, score, cinematography, ensemble cast, the reasons that people gave it those accolades are accurate.
Okay. Interesting.
It's a film that I've thought about a lot since we watched it over the weekend, and that to me always signifies, it's like if I think about a movie the next day or 2 days later, then it's like, all right, that deserves a recommendal, because it wasn't like a throwaway, oh god, waste of time.
I agree with you, but I feel that way about basketball, and I don't know that.
It's got that awesome Real Big Fish cover of "Take on Me" by Aha. Basketball, your Matt Stone, Trey Parker. There was a movie that we just watched, The Seven Faces of, not Eve, because that's a whole different film. Seven Faces.
Jane.
Let's see if I can. Jane. There we go. Also came out last year. This is one I wouldn't recommend, but it is a, you know that game you play with your kids where you take a piece of paper and you fold it into multiple pieces, and then you draw something on one of the folds. You fold that piece out of the way and then give it to them, and they have to draw something in the next fold, and then they fold that and somebody else draws something. The Seven Faces of Jane is the movie version of that, starring Gillian Jacobs, 6 different directors, including Alexandra Cassavetes, Gia Coppola, Ken Jeong, Gillian Jacobs herself, all direct one of these 8 short films that continue a through line, but each director was only given like information about where the last segment ended, and they had to take it from there. And so you get this really jarring, like, oh, what the hell's going on here? And oh, this is kind of weird, and that sort of thing. But all in all, very interesting experiment that resulted in something that was not fun to watch. So there's an example of something that I watched, didn't think of much after the time, except to tell people don't watch The Seven Faces of Jane, unfortunately, because I think everybody that I've named is really, really good and really talented. Gillian Jacobs is a fantastic star from Community. But I wanted to just show that, here's Brian saying stay away from something to help you get to the point where you look at the things that I recommend and say, okay, Brian's not just going to recommend everything he sees.
No, this is good. Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it. Check that one out.
Babylon on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. One of the P's. Yes. Randy, let's get to you next. What did you bring? What do you got here?
I got a new sitcom that I think just ended abruptly because of the writer's strike, at least the first season, but has some connective tissue with Community and Seven Faces of Jane. And it's sitcom. What you're gonna hear is the first sort of it's a man who we all love, who is a professional, and he's just been given a new partner, and he really doesn't want a new partner in his life.
All right, we just pilled through this as well. I'm excited to talk about it. Here we go.
You know what Mark Twain said? I'm not 100% on who Mark Twain is.
That's a whole other conversation. No, he said, if you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and a man.
Is this about the hot vet?
Yeah, of course it's about the hot vet. I've been laying the groundwork for years. You know how many vaccination clinics I've volunteered for? A lot of vaccination clinics. I've eradicated entire diseases in pursuit of that woman.
But dude, I'm not like a threat. I have a girlfriend. She's a snowboarder, she's from Spain, and if you asked me even one question, you'd know that.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit of a relief.
Yeah, and if I was gonna dip my toe into the work pool, it wouldn't be the hot vet.
Well, and not Victoria, I got dipped there too.
No, Emily, the boss lady. She's just so clumsy and uncomfortable in her own body. I guess I just dig an awkward chick.
This is the texture I didn't know you had.
You see? This partnership, it's blossoming. Oh, and I Googled wolves. They run in packs.
Well, except for the lone ones. Otherwise, they would just be wolves. And you had to Google that?
Oh my gosh. It is really that we're now in the second generation past The Office, right? So The Office gives way to a generation of shows like this, like Community and Parks and Recreation, and now we're into the next generation where we we've taken lessons that have been learned for over a decade now, and how we make these shows. It really does have that mockumentary style, but man, it just, like, this show grows on you. I didn't want to believe in it after an episode or two, and it just kept growing and developing these characters and really cares about its characters, which is what Parks and Rec started doing in the second season, right?
Yeah.
I love this show.
We should say the name. It's Animal Control is the name of the thing.
.com is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched we watched the I think Tina's watched a couple episodes. I watched the whole thing, and I think this show succeeds because of its ensemble cast and less because of the funny animal connections. Like you could take out, oh, he's trying to catch this raccoon or whatever, and it's the interpersonal interactions between all of these characters that really make this show succeed the way it does.
It's this Andy Samberg looking Michael Rowland guy.
Right. So
He really is,
he's the other voice you heard with Joel McHale, and he's Joel McHale's partner. He's a stand-up comedian, a young stand-up comedian who really hasn't had any roles in anything until this. And it's some like high wire casting of this guy, and he nails it. He's perfect for this.
Yeah.
Like Brian was just saying, it's a show that does occasionally have a little budget for having live animals interact with the actors, and you kind of scratch your head and wonder, are the actors going to go for it, or are they going to play it really safe? Michael Rowland goes for it. Like when he is the one who is put out there in a pen full of ostriches, and he runs around with the ostriches, and like it's genuinely him, and it's awesome, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's he made me laugh consistently through our watch through. Kim really liked this show. She was like, "When's this coming back?" I said, "Well,
I hope it does." Yeah, even writer strike or not, this there was some controversy with PETA about their use of live animals, and even though I feel like it's so much more obvious the CGI animals that they do use, that you know, the live animals don't look like they're being mistreated or
Oh, no. It's like there's an episode where they go to a frat house and there's a cow standing on the second floor. And it's just hanging out, and they keep like they have to like deal with it, and they like work around it. And you could tell it's a very well-trained cow. But like the actors, like they don't have any like long shots. Like they're right up against this animal, and they're all like they're just funny. They're making, you know, the right faces and the right jokes, and it's got a bunch of character actors that are so good. Vella Lavelle as the manager out of her element, like a little bit in over her head, and Ravi Patel and Grace Palmer as the kind of neurotic other partners. Like they, oh my gosh, they just, everything about these characters is so well fleshed out. And like I say, I really didn't expect that. I thought going in like, oh, they're telling me too much too fast. These characters aren't going to be that interesting. They are so interesting. I want, I want 200 episodes.
I know their interplay. Those two are just, it's just great watching the two of them go back and forth at each other, sparring basically.
Well, we'll see what happens after the strike, whether we get more or not. But on Hulu, correct? Is that where that is?
On Hulu, yes.
Okay.
It's Fox.
It's a Fox.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have the Fox app for whatever reason, you can watch it there. But yeah, let's just say Hulu.
Hey, if you have the Fox app, cool on you. That's a thumbs. Good job, buddy.
Good job having the Fox app.
Yeah, good job on that Fox app. Excellent. I'm going to now play you a clip from a thing that is only 3 episodes in, and I've only seen 2 of them because the third one just dropped last night and haven't had time to watch it. But it is easily my favorite thing right now, and was also one of my most anticipated things, and is based on some of my favorite books ever written. So, with that said, here's my clip.
We do not know who built the silo. We do not know why everything outside the silo is as it is.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Hey, Sam. You awake yet?
I'm about halfway there.
We do not know when it will be safe to go outside. We only know that day is not this day.
Okay, that is audio from the first episode of Silo. This is so far it's based mostly on the original book called Wool, WOOL, that is now just called, it's just book 1 of the Silo series by Hugh Howey, who is very quickly became one of my favorite authors. The first book started out as like kind of a short novel that he wrote. I wouldn't call it a short story. It's longer than that, more novella, I guess, lengthwise. And it just completely hooked me. I've since been able to talk to this dude. He's been on Tom's Sword and Laser a couple of times. Super nice guy, really down to earth dude. But he wrote one of the coolest apocalyptic stories, future dystopic stories I've ever read, and just tore through it. I've read it twice now, and I think I'm going to start my third reading because I enjoyed it so much.
Wow.
Because of the show. And even though I know exactly where this is going, I am enjoying the living crap out of Silo. It's on Apple TV Plus. It's an original that just started airing. Thankfully, none of this first season will be affected by the strikes because it's all written, done, and in the can. This stars an amazing cast featuring some people you know, like Rebecca Ferguson, who's, for those who are like, wait a minute, how do I know her? You know her from all kinds of things, but primarily recently you probably know her from Dr. Sleep. She's the hat-wearing lady, and she's the queen, Lady Atreides on the Dune film, Dune Part 1 and 2.
Oh, right.
So good in that. She's very, very good. She plays this titular character named Juliette Nichols. Will Patton is in this. He's always good in everything he's ever done. Tim Robbins, although I've barely seen him yet, he has a huge role to play based on his name. So we'll see as episodes go. This guy who plays in the first Wool book, the real star of it is a character called Sheriff Holston. He's the sheriff of this underground silo where nobody knows why they're there and why they've been there so long for hundreds of years, and they don't know why the outside is supposed to be so toxic to them. And there's a whole thing there I don't want to spoil, so I won't. But David Oyelowo, and how to say his last name. It's very
Oyelowo.
Oyelowo. Okay. He's really good. And what I love about it is they're telling this in different time chunks. Like they're jumping around. So they'll show a bunch of stuff and go, but before that, this is what happens, to sort of fill in the gaps. And then they'll jump back to present day, and then they'll do some stuff there, and then they'll jump back. And normally that kind of annoys me. It's being handled expertly here. No issues. Common's in this. Very small so far, but apparently a bigger role later. Well, I know it is because of his name. Just a whole bunch of really great actors. And the one that really surprised me the most and threw me was, she's not on this top list and my brain just went dead. Let me find her name. She was in The Office and Parks and Rec. And she's the daughter of the famous musician. And I can't find her name.
Oh.
Frickin' Rashida Jones. Jeez Louises.
Oh, Rashida Jones, right. Quincy Jones' daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Relatively small role, but she blew my frickin' mind. Her acting is way more than what you think. Like, she's very good, and it's a really important role to setting up the rest of this story. And, man, she blew my mind in this. She plays Allison Becker, and she's so fantastic. Anyway, that surprised the crap out of me and is worth seeing on that alone. Even if she was only in the first episode, so I don't even know if we ever get to see her again, but hell of
I got
a thing.
some bad news for you.
Yeah, she may not show up. She's so good, though. I mean, they could, because they're, like I say, they're going back and telling stories before people are gone. And they've done that a bunch so far. So it's possible future episodes will have her in it. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. And top billing for The Onion Knight, Jorah Mormont, whatever his name is.
Oh, right. And he hasn't even shown up yet. Ian Glenn.
Yeah.
Or Lane Glenn, or how do you say his name?
Ian Glenn. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays Dr. Pete Nichols. He's in 6 of the episodes of the 10, and he's not been in yet, so I assume he's kind of a heavy latter half character. I haven't seen the new one, so maybe he's in tonight's or last night's. But anyway, it is so up my alley. It's just about parked there and called it its address. Like, it's just my kind of thing, top to frickin' bottom. Mm-hmm. And if you have ever liked anything I've ever liked, this is so good so far. I can't say enough about it. And the creator of the show, or the showrunner, is Graham Yost, and you know him from a billion things. That dude is showrun for, well, he wrote, get this, so he was showrunner for all of Justified, one of the greatest shows ever made.
Yeah.
He wrote Speed, the original Speed, he wrote. He wrote and produced The Pacific, amazing HBO miniseries about World War II in the Pacific. Just a ton of stuff. He was executive producer on The Americans. He did Sneaky Pete.
On Slow Horses, which I recommended a little while back with Gary Oldman.
That's
which is
right.
Fantastic.
Just an amazing producer. He produced John Adams, that amazing miniseries back in the day. Anyway, perfectly suited for this. I think Hugh Howey's vision is being really well represented here. They haven't made big changes. They don't really need to. It's such a great story. I can't say enough about it, and I can't wait for more. So that is Silo, currently airing on Apple TV Plus, and I'm pretty close to. Well, we'll see at the end of the season, but I'm pretty close to saying this and Serenity are kind of vying for top spot, or not Serenity, Severance. Are fighting for top spot on what my favorite crap on their service is, because it's so good. Oh my gosh!
Yeah. And no need to email Scott. I have been corrected. The Onion Knight was Davos Seaworth, who was played by Liam Cunningham. And
oh right, this
great.
guy's
Great.
This is the dude who loved what's her name, the freaking queen. What's her name?
Jorah Mormont.
Jorah Mormont. Yep. Yeah.
Oh right.
Anyway.
It's, you know what's sad?
What?
Game of Thrones is fading in the memory. Like, it's fading hard.
Oh, I don't know. I still think about it all the time. I love Game of Thrones, dude. In fact, I'm tempted to when things slow down with the strike, I may just do a big old rewatch of that business. I might do it.
Brian just exhaled the room.
Exactly. It's like, oh my God, what a Parasite, RRR, all these things.
No. I'll watch other stuff. There's time for all of it. There's time for all of it. But I'm just saying, I might want to. It's good. My daughter and her husband just ripped through it again. They got me thinking about it. It's good. It's good content, man. It's good content.
Maybe you watch it all the way up to the Battle of the Bastards and call that the end.
Right, call that the ending. Yeah, that's good.
I think the ending's better if you binge it. I think the ending's not as bad as everyone thinks it is, because of the way it was doled out. But if you watch it as one solid big old thing and get out of the hype bubble, I don't think it's that bad. I think that ending's okay.
One solid 98-hour long movie.
Yeah. Just get it started and you'll be over before you know it. Anyway, it's fantastic. Can't say enough about it. Silo, get it while you can.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so good. All right, that's it. These will all be up on quicktms.li. Brian's probably already got them there now, if I had to guess.
I do. They're already there. You can click them and go right to the links to watch them. Right where you need to be.
Indeed. This weekend, check out FilmSack. We're going to be watching, I don't remember.
Blood Simple.
Oh, Blood Simple. That's right. The first Coen Brothers film.
Yes.
Ooh.
I have to watch it tonight because I've got a surprise Mammoth playoff game tomorrow night and a Crowded House concert Friday night. So tonight is Blood Simple for me.
Why is it a surprise? Is something with playoffs or something? Or
yeah, it's the playoff games. They won on Sunday, and then they announced the schedule on Tuesday of the next playoff games. Like, hey, by the way, everybody, Thursday night playoff game. Oh. Unfortunately, Crazy Neighbor is out of town, so Tina's going to be joining me for the game tomorrow night.
She's a better influence on you. You'll be fine. It'll be good.
She has a much better influence. Yes.
And you know what, Scott? We may as well talk about next week too, because we're not going to be here on TMS next week.
Oh, right. There's not going to be a TMS Wednesday.
Thanks to the morning stream, our next film after Blood Simple is going to be Hollow Man.
Yeah,
Yay!
Hollow Man. Sticking it in.
You heard it here, and we added it there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heard it here, added it there. I like that.
Right.
Let's put that on shirts. That'd be a good shirt, I think.
That's right. That'd be a good shirt. Do that shirt.
Randy, have a fantastic couple of weeks, I guess, before we see you for this again. But we'll see you on FilmSack this weekend.
You too.
Bye now. All right.
Bye.
There he goes. Yeah, Silo, dude. Whew.
Yeah, I'm excited. June 30th. So 10 episodes, the last one airing June 30th. I'm not sure I'm going to wait until all the episodes are out to binge it. So we'll see.
Yeah, this is one of the, we all have our week to weeks. This is definitely one of those for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate this feeling that I haven't even seen last night yet. It's pissing me off. So I got to go watch it today.
We'll see. I'm in the middle of season 3 of The Wire. And,
dude, 3's great.
The season where they just decide we're going to move all the drug dealers to a different part of town and let them do their drug dealing there so that our numbers are better over here.
Oh, yeah.
It's exciting.
A lot of people some people don't like the sophomore season, the season 2 with all the,
I liked it with the shipping.
Yeah, the shipping stuff and all the strikes and all that. I really liked that season.
I thought it was good too. Yeah.
I like it all. Whatever. That show never.
Season 1, a little hard to watch, but
that's
season 2, huge improvement.
Season 1's a little. It had this feeling of we're just getting started, sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gets better as you go. All right, that's going to do it for today. Except this phone call I'm going to play that is directed at Brian and it regards his shirts. And I'll play it now. Here you go.
Hey, this is Jeff from Las Vegas. I was just listening to the May 4th episode when Ryan mentioned his blue Star Wars shirt. Well, Star Wars print shirt, right? It's got all the different spacecraft, I guess. It's what looks like a blueprint of them. Anyway, I was like, oh my God, I have that same shirt. And here's the thing. Every time I wear that particular shirt, I get a lot of comments. Like people actually that I don't even know walk up and say, dude, I love your shirt. And they don't, I guess, have the physique that would render itself to getting compliments regularly. So anyway, it got me thinking, all right, like, do you guys have a particular article of clothing, like a shirt or a hat or something, that every time you wear it, you get compliments? Love the show, though.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's a good question. I get that from almost all of the Roosevelt's shirts. Like I've got a Grogu, I've got a Stitch. Tristan just got me a really cool Nightmare Before Christmas Roosevelt's shirt.
Yeah.
Every time I wear any of those, people comment on them, and they're kind of Hawaiian shirty, so they kind of work.
I wear a lot of these that you see on me now. This is like long sleeve, thin, summery kind of. I don't even know what you call these. You could like swim in these or something. My wife says these are slimming, but I don't have like regular people who. You know what? I got a lot of compliments on the T-shirt I made for Dungeon.
Oh,
Murder.
Dragon Murder.
Or Dungeon Murder.
Or Dungeon Murder.
Yeah,
Dragon Murder.
may as well be a dragon. It's fine. There's dragon.
Dragon Murder.
There's a dragon in there. The only dragon in that game screws you for $5,000. But yeah,
that's right. Dungeons and Dragon Murders. It's so great. Yes.
Yeah, but these are. I think these are my look. I think I look good in these.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to wear.
That's true. September says pizza's beautiful. That shirt, whenever I wear it, somebody who doesn't know me looks at it and like I'll be out somewhere and somebody's like, pizza is beautiful. What a weird shirt. And then they keep walking. So the pizza's beautiful shirts are also in that strange
They're
category.
all-time classics, man. Like they're the best thing we ever did.
Big thanks to Rob from marketing for that one.
Thanks, Rob, from marketing. And Tanner and all those guys who stole them.
Carter says, you don't leave the house often enough to get compliments.
No, she's right. She's right. When I do, well, who's going to give me, like, what do you go to? Am I going to go to like a store and someone's going to walk by and go, hey, I like your no one does that.
I like your Dungeon Murder shirt.
Yeah. Although my wife
should have a dragon on it.
My wife gets compliments constantly about her hair, about something else. I love your earrings, whatever. She gets them all day long. I'm just walking around with a hat on. That's it.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
All right, we're done. Let's get out of here. But before we do, a reminder, we need you and your patronage over at patreon.com/TMS. I talk about it every day, so you know the drill. All the reasons why are listed there. Go check it out. Read up on it today if you haven't already joined. We'd love to have you at patreon.com/TMS. Big thanks to anybody who subs to the YouTube as well. That's much appreciated as we try to grow that out. Brian, let's throw it over to you for a song we got to finish out here with. What do you got?
Let's do it. It's the bookend, right? This one's going out to Felicia, who says, hello, Stimulus and Baseline. Today, I'm covering two momentous occasions because while I'm celebrating my 34th birthday on Thursday...
Let's party!
I figured I'd get you early.
You were ready. I'm glad you did. I will also be graduating this summer with my master's in behavior analysis. It has been a long road to this moment as I started college in 2007, dropped out and got married, had a kid, got divorced, then went back to school in 2018. At first, it was just to get an associate's in computer science to get something for all my college credits, but then it turned into also getting a bachelor's in psychology, and then I found myself in grad school for a master's. In August, I take an exam to become a board-certified behavior analyst.
Wow. That sounds
so awesome.
What a cool field. I don't even know where you go with that, but that sounds great.
Oh, totally. I could not have done all of this without therapy, medication, and my incredibly supportive boyfriend, Michael, who encouraged me and endured all the times I talked about quitting it all because of social anxiety and ADHD. I'm so thankful I didn't quit because it ended up making me face my social anxiety and shaping my focusing and study skills. Above all, my greatest inspiration and driving force is my autistic 11-year-old son who taught me how to see the world in a way he does and be an advocate for him and many others. It's hard to believe that I've finally arrived at this point in my academic journey, and I wanted to take a moment to stop and celebrate. Covermaster Ibbett, if you could play a song about finally succeeding or defying odds, I would be eternally grateful. Love the show, though. Felicia, a.k.a. The Great Flea, 143 in the chat.
Oh, very nice.
Congratulations, Felicia. That is a massive, massive achievement. Like, just describing all the things that you've accomplished with the the bachelor, the associate's degree, and then the master's. Congratulations. It's so cool.
It's very cool.
Please don't use your behavior analysis stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know why you're wasting your time listening to us chuckleheads. This is a great, I'm glad you do, but it's just like.
Glad you do, but boy, yeah, I don't know what you've got written in your spiral notebook about me and Scott about all this stuff. All right, so a good song about overcoming odds and achieving, succeeding, defying the odds, etc. This is a great one, originally done by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. It is a classic song, and I've got a lot of versions of Ain't No Mountain High Enough. This is one of the more recent ones, came out this year on Scary Pocket's most recent album, Swatkins. I always get Scary Pockets and... let's see. There's the one that Jack Conte does, and there's the one that Scott Bradley does that are the two really good funk-based cover bands.
What's that other one?
I'm trying to remember what the other one is.
I have a whole playlist of these people.
It's not Pomplamoose, obviously, is one of the things he does, but then there's this other thing that magazine. Anyway,
the Patreon 5. I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. Just join forces, guys, and Voltron your amazing talents into one amazing, unstoppable juggernaut of a group. Here are Scary Pockets and their cover of Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
If you like what you just heard, there's a very good chance you will like all the shows on the Frog Pants Network. Get more at frogpants.com.
And you give me back my money.
Do you know who that was?
No, who's that?
That was how do you say his name? The kind of big bad for most of the series on Better Call Saul, the Mexican drug lord guy.
Yeah, play it one more time.
Lalo, right?
And you give me back my money.
Yeah, that guy. It's when he was.
Oh yes,
those
he's
guys
also the in which Marvel series? Hawkeye.